Hello everybody and welcome back to another video here on the Full Takes channel, and today we are doing our full take on the Houston Texans and what they will do this year with this roster and this coaching staff and this team and these owners, with your boy Furious hosting. And let's get into our take. So last year this team went like 3-13-1. It was not good. And to be honest, I do not have them doing too much better this year, but I will see some improvement. This team was very, very competitive last year. Okay, they had a lot of close games with some really, really good teams. Their coaching was not the best. Lovie Smith was not the greatest, but they showed a lot of potential, a lot of promise, and I think this team could win maybe upwards of 7 or 8 games, maybe even 9. I doubt it, but I have them coming in at 5-12 and 2-4 in the division, coming in 4th in their division in the AFC South. Now, don't get me wrong, I really do like this team. They have such a bright future with C.J. Stroud, Derek Stingley, Jalen Petre, Will Anderson, John Mechie, Damian Pierce, D'Amico Ryans. All of these players are in their 3rd to 1st year, and I am super duper 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 excited for this team. I really do love the Houston Texans, but this year is going to be a little bit harder. Now let's get into that, okay? CJ Stroud. This is my main area of concern. This guy is going from playing with Ohio State in the Big Ten, where your biggest competition is Michigan, and you only play them once or twice a year. Yeah, I know they played Georgia, but let's not get started on that. Okay? Biggest competition is Michigan. You play them once a year. Okay? You play Penn State. You're on a really, really good team. Now you're going to the hardest conference in football right now. In the NFL, you're in the AFC. Maybe not the hardest division. Okay? The AFC South is not all that intimidating, but the Tennessee Titans just got DeAndre Hopkins, which I'm a little bit mad about because I just posted my record predictions, and now the Titans get DeAndre Hopkins, so a little mad, but it's okay. So now you're going up against DeAndre Hopkins and, Trevor Lawrence and all them. CJ Stroud has not played with a team this bad and this good of competition, okay? The O-line is not going to be as good as what you had at Ohio State. The defense is not going to be as good as what you had at Ohio State in terms of comparison to the competition. Obviously, they're going to be better. They're all NFL players opposed to college players, but, there's a level of competition that they have to play against that is different. All right. The wide receivers are not going to be as dominant as what they were at Ohio State. The windows are going to be smaller. He's going to have to get used to that. It's going to take him some time. He now has a defensive-minded coach in D'Amico Ryans. Okay, this team is young, though, and they're going to learn, and they're going to get better. But it's going to take C.J. Stroud a little bit. It's going to take D'Amico Ryans a little bit. I think he is installing a new culture over there. He's doing really, really good. Coming from Kyle Shanahan, he may have some offensive plays. I doubt it, but I'd like to see what he has learned from Kyle Shanahan and the 49ers. He's going to be a little bit different coaching that defense. They're all really young, really inexperienced, okay? It's a new team. They're not as good as the 49ers, of course. I'm excited to see what happens. It's his first year as a head coach. I'm excited to see what they can do. All right, you added Will Anderson, and I'm going to tell you right now, I have him being the runner-up for Defensive Rookie of the Year. I don't have him winning it. I have him losing it to a name I will not say yet, but you guys can go check out the video where I did my full take on NFL season awards. And yeah, so really excited for this team, but it's going to take them a little bit to get used to things. That is my take. Let's get into their season schedule. Okay, let's just do it, all right? But starting off week 1, they go up against the Baltimore Ravens, who I think are going to have a really good offense this year, especially with Lamar Jackson. Now he's healthy. They have really good wide receivers. I don't have them winning week 1. It's going to take them a little bit to learn, get used to each other. They lose 14-21 at Baltimore. Not a bad loss. You hold them to 21 points. You only put up 14, but that's okay. That's okay, all right? They have Roquan Smith at linebacker, so it's going to be hard to run the ball, okay? Take some time. Now you go into week 2. You play a divisional opponent in the Colts. You're going up against Anthony Richardson. I do think the Colts have a better roster here, But hey, it's early in the season. Defensive teams do better early on in the season. You have D'Amico Ryans. You guys pull out a W. Now you're 1-1. You win 17-16 in a close one. Okay, now you're going into week 3. You're at the Jaguars, who have really, really good linebacker unit. That pass rush is going to get to C.J. Stroud. It's going to stop the run game with Dameon Pierce. Okay, you lose that one 14-28. They have a really good offense with Evan Ingram and Zay Jones, I believe, and Christian Kirk, I think, and Calvin Ridley. I'm not really good at keeping up with wide receivers' names, but you guys know what I'm talking about. So you lose that one 14-28. Now you're 1-3. You go up against the Steelers, a really good defense. C.J. Stroud is not going to be able to handle that amount of pressure. T.J. Watt coming down at you when you have to throw against Micah Fitzpatrick and Joey Porter Jr. and Levi Wallace and all of them. It's going to be tough. You're going to have to get used to it. You lose that one 16-14, but your defense does hold up. I think Will Anderson does get a lot of pressure in that game going up against not so good of an O-line against Kenny Pickett. Okay, so that's not a bad game. Then you go up at the Falcons, 17-21. I have you guys losing. Okay, the Falcons are going to have a really good run game. Okay, they have a really good offensive line. Will Anderson's going to have to get used to it. Okay, your linebackers are not the greatest by any means, so they're going to be able to run the ball on you. Okay, you lose that one. Now you fall to 1-4. Now you go at home versus the Saints. You pull out a dub. Their offensive line is not great. C.J. Stroud finally starts clicking. Okay, you get it done. Okay, 23-24. You run the ball on them, and you get out of there with a dub. Now you're going into your bye week. Now you get to play at the Panthers, against Bryce Young, against C.J. Stroud's rival, against his best friend. Okay, but they have a really, really good front seven. They have J.C. Horn at the safety. Okay, they're going to have a really good offense, and Bryce Young is not going to want to lose this game. He wants to be the best quarterback in his class, and I think he is. You guys lose that one 24-31, but still not a bad game offensively. You're looking better. Okay, now you're going at home versus the Buccaneers. You get a dub. The Buccaneers aren't going to be all that good this year, even though they do have a great roster. Todd Bowles isn't that guy, and Baker Mayfield isn't that guy. Okay, you guys get the dub in that one, 24-21. Another close one, but your offense has been really consistent, putting up 24 points every week, I just realized. But good job. Okay, you only give up 21 to that pretty good offense with some pretty good wide receivers, a really good offensive line. Okay, not a bad week. Now you go up against the Bengals. You lose that one. All right, Joe Burrow is just too good for Jalen Petre, Will Anderson, and all of them. Okay, the Bengals run through that, 28-13. You guys lose. That's not bad though. Now you go up at the versus the Cardinals. You guys get a win. Your defensive coach going up against Kyler Murray, who also has a defensive coach. You guys win that game. Okay, 24-20. That's a dub. Now you go up at home versus the Jaguars. You still lose that one, 24-13. And the Jaguars are closing in on clinching the division. Okay, now you go up versus the Broncos, but the Broncos are coming from Denver. They're going to have more stamina against this young team, and they get the dub 24-17. It's tough, but these are two really good teams, really good corners, really good coaches. Okay, now you're going up against the Jets. Aaron Rodgers is fighting for the playoffs in the AFC East right now. You guys lose that one 17-27. Really good corners yet again. Now you're going up against the Titans. Okay, this one could be a little bit closer, but you lose that one. They have DeAndre Hopkins, which I didn't know about when I made these, but, you guys get it. Okay, you lose that one 17-20. It's a close one. You guys are both running the ball, both playing really good defense, but you lose that one. It's a close one. It's tough. I'm sorry. Now you're going up at home versus the Browns. You lose that one 28-24. Deshaun Watson and Nick Chubb are clicking. You're not going to be able to stop that duo once they get going. Okay, now you go at home versus the Titans. You just played them 2 weeks ago. You're not going to lose to them twice. You get the dub there, 24-14, and you're looking good. You knock them out from being able to win the division. That's a dub. Now you go at Colts. You're playing for a pick right now. D'Amico Ryan's job is safe. Okay, he wants to pick. He wants to be able to build his team, and you lose to the Colts 21-28, and you secure your last place in the division. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about the Houston Texans. Let me know your guys' takes, how you feel. Is C.J. Stroud going to win Rookie of the Year? Is Will Anderson going to win Rookie of the Year? Will D'Amico Ryans win Coach of the Year? Will this team win 8 games? Will they make the playoffs? Can they win the division? Let me know your guys' take down below. I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear what you guys have to say. If you have enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to see maybe your favorite team, if the Texans aren't your favorite team, or maybe a more interesting team like the Jets come out later on. But I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys next time.